Drive outside. You attempt that thing again, the display what I go display for you. And I go feel that.
You don't do now. You don't even know me today. Now what for you? You don't know what I see. And when they happen now, we there they fight it. We there they fight.
What disrespect is that? That is an insult. You see, they look like they insult her. I mean, you don't know saying that Regina Daniels. You don't know who she. They look for here, they will kill you.
Let's go.
I know that I don't do what you want to do. Come up for here.
Who is the person driving the car?
I see MC, they explain, give the policeman, say no, she's not going anywhere.
No,
Who is he?
I said that she's going. Like this.
You're explaining to him. Who caused him?
You are trying, don't worry. Sorry.
No, you are doing, for your level, I know that's what you have to do, for your level.
But
who caused him for she to explain where she want to go? For policeman.
You are
What
good.
be that?
You are a very good boy. Don't worry.
This Regina Daniels and Mr. Nwoko'S issue is getting worse and messier. I have seen a couple quarrel. Couples have dragged themselves on the internet, but it has never been this worse. Like, this is the messiest couples fight I have ever seen in my life. I am not even joking. And to think that the people involved in this fight are people we never expected, public figures. Mr. Nwoko is a senator, a 7th senator in Nigeria. Regina Daniels. You can imagine the public figures involved in this issue. Like, who would have thought that Regina Daniels' marriage would end in this manner? This is so shocking. Who would have thought that Regina Daniel and Nwoko'S marriage would end in this manner? Guys, these people are revealing too much. They are revealing too much for the internet. The internet does not forget. The internet does not forget. These people are revealing too much. Way too much. Anyway, last night, Mr. Nwoko posted these clips of Sammy with the caption, "These videos show Sammy, Regina's brother, repeatedly coming to my home and harassing my children and domestic staff, especially whenever I was not around. His visits were often aggressive and disruptive." He did not stop there. He went on explaining. And the summary of what he was saying is that Regina Daniels started abusing drugs before he got married to her. And Sammy, like he said before, is one of her suppliers. That he tried to separate Regina Daniels from Sammy because his influence on her was too much, but he couldn't. That he was the one who saw Sammy through school, paid his school fees, bought musical instruments for him, rented an apartment for him in Abuja and furnished it, just so that he could stay away from Regina Daniels, just to create that distance, in order to prevent Sammy from reaching Regina Daniels all the time and supplying her with drugs. That Regina Daniels at some point started her rehabilitation and was improving, but all of a sudden, because of Sammy, she had to stop. And that was the reason he was doing everything possible to separate Sammy from Regina Daniels. Also, he sent Sweezy abroad for his studies because of this issue, just so that he could create a distance between him and Regina Daniels, but all to no avail. Of course, he would definitely not be able to separate siblings. There was no way he could do that, even though he tried everything he could, just to ensure that Sammy was busy with his life and allow Regina Daniels concentrate in her marriage. I'll just attach the notes to this video. You can pause and read if you have the time and data. And after that revelation, Regina Daniels decided not to keep quiet anymore. For the first time, she was vocal and she responded immediately via her Instagram account and started exposing things. Guys, this is very messy, and at this point, I am ashamed on behalf of the Daniels and the Nwoko'S. Honestly, I know that when this issue started, I did not support any of them. I was, putting out my videos based on what they were posting. And I'm still of the opinion that Regina Daniels should go for a rehab because she has admitted that actually she was consuming drugs. And according to her, the drug issue is now a thing of the past because she was doing it because of her husband. And now they are no longer together. So she would not have any reason to do it anymore. I'm going to be a little bit fast in reading out these notes by Regina Daniels. Ned, how could you lie so openly and without even small remorse? You know my family has absolutely nothing to do with this. You have always tried to cut them off because of the bond we share. And now you are trying to make them look bad for no reason. Fine, I did drugs. So what? Is that even the issue between us? The moment we had a fight, you rushed to the public shouting drugs, drugs, drugs. Because you knew it would make a perfect story for the media. Something dramatic enough to distract everyone from the real issue. You want to find a reason to arrest everyone around me so that I will have no one left beside me. No friend, no support, no safe place to turn to. Then, when I'm completely isolated and broken, I will be forced to come back to you because I will have nowhere else to go. Why don't you also tell them that all your wives and ex-wives are on drugs? And can you be kind enough to explain to them why that is? Why don't you also tell them how you lock me up and doctors to inject me with drugs meant for people with bipolar disorder? Why don't you tell them how you take my phones for weeks just because you hate that I talk to my family a lot? You have never seen me act incoherent, stumble, or lose control. So just stop. Every problem we have has started when I no longer wanted you. Whether sober or even high, stop using the drugs narrative to create distraction. Tell people the truth. I understand, Sha. You are feeling rejected and hurt, and you are struggling to make peace with the fact that it's all over. That has always been your strategy. Break people down, make them weak and powerless, and then have your way with them. But guess what? It's not going to work this time. Not anymore. You say you want me to go for rehab, but you are the same Ned who always wanted me high because, in your words, I'm sexier when I'm high. You liked me that way because it made me wild and romantic. exactly how you wanted me to be. You don't also tell them how you force yourself on me whenever I say no. Why don't you tell them how you lock me up, seize my phones, and suddenly declare me mentally unstable the moment I say I no longer want to be in this relationship? But once I change my mind just to get out of that locked room, suddenly I'm fine again. I'm no longer mentally unstable and apparently not in need of rehab anymore. Let me make this very clear. No matter how much you think you spent on me, it can never equal the value of the time I gave you, my prime years, my energy, and the career opportunities I sacrificed while being with you. And for the record, I would have filed for divorce long ago if there was ever a legal marriage between us. We were never married in any court of law, and no documents were signed. Leave me alone, Ned. Marriage is not by force. Love is not by force. Stop trying to control what no longer belongs to you. Guys, she did not stop there. I kid you not. Regina Daniels did not stop there. She went ahead to post this. Yes, everyone. It is now in history that Regina Daniels did drugs because that was what her husband wanted. Believe it or not. Dearest ex-husband, thanks for breaking the crown you put on my head. No one knew us like us, and I trusted you with all of me, even with my sex tape, which I pray never sees the light, but you have always been a step ahead negatively. Foolish me. When I married you at 17, was I on drugs? I thank God for time. My name is ruined for now, but I will rewrite my story. That narrative will be dead and gone. Now that I have left the one thing you have on me out, what else? It's time to fight with all of me in court. I'm not backing down now, you narcissistic manipulative bastard. I'm so pained. I am ruined. You all can laugh, but the laughter won't be for long as I serve my God. She posted all this on her IG. Guys, do you see the reason I said this is the dirtiest, the messiest fight I have ever seen a couple fight on the internet? This is the dirtiest, the messiest. How bad can it get? When this whole issue started, I was never on anybody's side. I put out my video based on what they post, based on what they tell us. And I am still standing on the ground that Regina Daniels should go for rehab, even if not under Nwoko'S watch. Her family should ensure that she is fine, because if she is not fine, she would not be allowed to have custody of her children. And that is not a nice thing. And also, for the sake of her health, she should go and cleanse her system. She needs it for the sake of her health. Now that she has decided to end the marriage, her children still need her to be alive. Her loved ones, her parents, her siblings need her to be alive. And according to what Mr. Nwoko'S said in one of his posts, that when he was complaining about Regina Daniels' lifestyle and that of Sammy, Regina Daniels' mother claimed that that is how celebrities live their lives. And he even mentioned Uche Montana, one popular Nollywood actress who is also a junkie, that she and Regina Daniels are friends. Guys, for this issue to get to this extent, it is obvious that both Mr. Nwoko'S and Regina Daniels are no longer interested in this marriage. But then, they are spilling too much. They are spilling too much to the extent of Regina Daniels explaining their bedroom activities online, how she has to be high on drugs because that is what gives her husband satisfaction. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. How did it get to this extent? How? See, as a parent, you should not let your children be bigger than you. You should be able to talk to them and they would listen to you. If Regina Daniels' parents had a say in her life, it wouldn't have gotten to this stage. I mean, to the extent the mother was even supporting her, that is how celebrities live their lives. That is what they do. Meaning that it was a normal thing for Regina Daniels to be consuming drugs. That was bad. If actually that was what happened, it was bad. At this point, I cannot even tell who is telling the truth anymore. Whether Mr. Ned is the one saying the truth or Regina Daniels is the one saying the truth, because both of them are trying to, be messy, mess up the other person's name, and clean up their own image. However, Regina Daniels has accepted that she was doing drugs, but she said she was doing it to satisfy her husband. She was doing it because that was what her husband wanted. But when her husband was explaining his side, he did not say that he was the one who encouraged her because that was what he liked. He did not say it. So I don't know who is saying the truth anymore. So moving forward, if you want to be involved in this issue, please tread carefully. Do it carefully, because we don't know who is telling the truth. We don't know who is saying the truth or intentionally lying to clean up their image. We don't know. And I'm even tired of this whole thing. It is becoming irritating. Yeah. The issue is becoming disgusting. You see this Regina Daniels and Nwoko'S issue, it is becoming disgusting. I didn't know that it was going to get to this point. I didn't know that it was going to get this bad. And at this point, I'm even tired. I am tired because at the end of the day, these people are Nigerians. This man is a public office holder, a senator in Nigeria. And these things that are happening, other countries are watching. And it is not painting us in a good light. It is not telling a good story, a positive story about our country, Nigeria. And moving forward, I wish these people can settle this issue outside social media. Now, the two of them are no longer interested in the marriage, obviously. So they have gotten to the point where they need to separate. They should do it quietly. They have revealed too much already. They have put out too much on the internet already. Internet does not forget, even if not for their own image and reputation, because obviously their reputation is in the mud already. But for the sake of their children, for the sake of their children's future, they should end it here. It is enough. Regina Daniels, Mr. Ned Nwoko, please, we don't want to hear more. We don't want to hear more. These details you are giving, we don't need it. We don't need this too much information on social media. Since you two are no longer interested in each other, please separate, end the marriage, and stop bringing shame and disgrace upon your children. Please end it here. We are tired. We are fed up. We are fed up. At the end of the day, we, the social media critics, cannot help in this issue. We cannot help. Please, it is okay. It is enough. It is enough. Every time Nigeria would be in the news for one negativity or the other. I'm exhausted. Guys, kindly share your opinion in the comments. Thank you for your time.